What is up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, day traders, cloud swing traders? Hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. We somehow did it. We made it to the end of the week. We got Al in the house, still surviving. We got Bill. We got Albert. Good morning to Brian. Good morning to Corey, Jeff, Jill, Joe, Miguel, Randy. We got Ryan gonna party with us. Good morning to Tim, Tina, Win, all my peeps out in YouTube land. We got Honey Roy. We got No Till. Happy Friday. I agree. Happy Friday to all you guys. And pretty crazy day yesterday. Today is quad witching day too, so I do expect a little bit of volatility. Although quad witching has seemed to rotate for like the last 2 years. It used to be almost some nonstop volume all throughout the day. Now it's like a little bit in the morning, and then the last 5 minutes like is wild, and they just push things over the little humps so that they don't have to pay people. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. It's a Catalina wine mixer. Yeah, it is. Jerome Nelson's on YouTube. What's up? Oh, Jenny's out there too. Man, so many fantastic people. But yes, pretty scary, interesting day. I mean, not. I shouldn't use that word. Not on the Space Mountain Space Mountain ride. Although, if you were stock, you probably kind of felt like it. Probably. But yeah, we had a pretty down day. We had some levels in place that we were looking for yesterday to hold, and we were kind of prepared, right? So we knew that we had some support right above us, or actually some support right below us. I was looking for 516.22 to hold. I was looking for 515.86 to hold. I was looking for right now for right where we did close to hold. And every time we got through these levels, we're like, you know what? We're just kind of breezing through the levels. It wasn't giving us too much hesitation. We did get all the way down to 512.54, even a little bit below that. So we took out a lot of decent levels. The bulls did come back. It looked like the last 5 minutes, and maybe it was just kind of buying to close positions. Yeah, Bitcoin got crazy last night too. Yeah, Matthew's right. I was looking at my boy text me. He's like, "Oh, my crypto portfolio is at all-time highs again." About 15 minutes later, he's like, "Bitcoin's over." I was like, what is happening?" But yeah, pretty wild ride in crypto land yesterday too. So again, do we get a pullback? I don't know. We still even with all of that, we still ended inside day. That's kind of wild. All of that movement was just inside day here. So as happy as everyone felt here, people didn't feel as much happiness here. The one thing though that we do have to watch for is let's recreate this candle real quick on the SPY. So we'll go back to today's Friday. So this is Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. So we got Tuesday. We open up here. All right, let's redraw this thing. Yesterday we close up here. Right, and we got a little bit of a wick here. And let's try to match this wick here. So essentially that's our candle for the last 3 days. And it would still be a green candle. It would still be a green candle. Actually, hold on. I messed this one up. I messed this up. My Bob Ross skills on a Friday don't work the same. This is actually where we closed. Nah, we still have a high wave candle. This still being a green high wave candle. But indecision, and we're just inside this chop zone from over here. So really nothing has happened this last 3 days. And if we want to extend it out further, nothing has really happened this week. We've just been sideways chopping, consolidating, letting some of those moving averages catch up. So I'd still be leaning a little bit more bullish than bearish. Today, though, might be a little different. Today, I would expect to probably hold within this range. 510.88. We do have Michigan consumer sentiment numbers. I actually think they might move the markets today. I think the markets are looking for something, and then quad witching might throw us in a little bit of a roller coaster toward the end of the day. But I'm looking for like 510.88 to hold on this market. I see one level support before that, 512.56. And then yesterday's VPOC, 514.56 resistance. And I don't think it's gonna be a the market has the ability to surprise me, but I think we have a little bit of a sideways day. So be patient, be calm. If you're positive for the week, try not to give some gains back. If you're down, don't dig yourself bigger into the hole. It seems like common thing. Yeah, new all-time high and then crash. It's like, I'm rich, I'm broke, I'm rich, I'm broke. Oh, the Qs, the Qs, the Qs. Same thing, really just an all inside day candle. The Qs actually did we break through? I think we broke through that green candle for a very quick second. At least on this one, this is a retest, so we did hit that retest. The bulls did bounce it. We are staying above the moving averages. My biggest concern with that is we are still gapping below, still inside day from yesterday, but we are gapping below yesterday's VPOC. So 439.17 should be our resistance. We are starting to pile a little bit more resistance on top of this zone that we have to get through. So it's almost going to take and we're done with earnings. We don't really have earnings for another 2-3 weeks, and they're not the big ones. So we need some kind of report, something catalyst to move us higher. Because there is going to be a lot of resistance. I almost think we have to gap up if we want to keep going. And this level to the support side, 437.39, since we did hit that once, it will be a little bit easier for us to break through it. Albeit we have to break through that little moving average. And then things get a little bit more scary. We get back down to 435.72. That's been already a spot retested. That could break. And then we are looking at like 433.94. We just didn't break down yet, right? So we're just in the wait and see. People are getting a little nervous, I think. TLT, the bonds, they're not helping us stay up there. So big down day on the bonds. We did hit support. I've got a few other levels down here. The lowest one being 92.14. We're actually gapping up on TLT today, so look for support from yesterday, 92.97 to hold, and probably resistance takes us about 93.52. But we'll see. Yep. If you guys got tickers, throw those into the chat. I'll take a look at MUs, the first one I see. Toby, good morning to you. We got Micron. I'm starting to hate Micron. Like, I'm not even friends with it no more. This should be a really good gap. This is a bear candle into a moving average. We actually dipped below it. A little bit of some fear of a pullback. This is a gap and go, so I would like to lean a little bit more bullish. But then I look a little bit higher. I just tilt my head up a little bit, and I got $94 as a big resistance, followed by 94.55, followed by 95.41. So, did they have news? They have not had their earnings yet. Can Micron be the thing that I don't know? I doubt it. But they still have their earnings coming up. Micron technology price target raised to 120. All right. So price target increase. We still got to get through all that. Who increased that one? That don't even say. Oh, by TD Cowen. Interesting. That should be a really good gap and go. I'm concerned about all that resistance above us, but we'll take a look. We'll leave that. That's already high on my list, so that's good. Coin. Yeah, I wonder how we got all the way up there. Coinbase. Gap down. I haven't figured out Coinbase yet. It just goes with Bitcoin. I've noticed. So, like, if Bitcoin is bullish, Coinbase is going to go bullish. If Bitcoin goes down, Coinbase goes down. I would think that the volatility in Bitcoin should actually help out Coin and Hood and Square even. Because there's more transactions happening, and that's how Coinbase makes money. So, I mean, I can see like if Bitcoin goes down low and nobody really wants to trade it and just trade sideways, that's not a good trading environment for the crypto space. And Coin's like, okay, yeah, our profits suffer. But when you're constantly hitting all-time highs and getting $4,000 or $5,000 sell-offs, that should help out Coinbase, I would think. So I don't know. I haven't figured out why it doesn't react like that yet. But this is a gap down. We are into a little bit of support. My guess is probably Bitcoin comes back today. I'm pretty positive of it. At least if it doesn't, probably over the weekend it will. I would assume it's been pretty bullish over weekends. Seems like people are only bullish on coin as the companion stock to crypto. I think so, yeah. And if you have the Bitcoin ETFs, The crypto ETFs, they've been moving pretty decent, but I feel like people are like, oh, I don't want to. I guess I don't want to own Bitcoin, but I want some action. So Coinbase gives me, but I mean, give me the volatility. And if I own Coinbase, give me some volatility. That's how I'm going to make my fees. So I don't know, but this is it is opening at a little bit of support. Watch 224, 222.74. Next spot down, I do have a moving average coming in 214.89. I don't know if we hold that one. We could because that's toward the bottom of those two candles. Otherwise, we're going to 205.74. I need a hoodie. I'm kind of cold. Where's my hoodie at? I don't know. I don't know why it's cold and it's like rainy out today. They give me my halfway through March and they got to get cold and chilly. I don't get it. I don't get it. But I would look at this for a retest. I just don't know how much room to the downside. Obviously, if Bitcoin picks up and we start selling like crazy, and we continue the downtrend, or just not continue the downtrend, but really start pulling back in Bitcoin, this one will see some lower prices. This is also our fourth day in a row, so I'd probably be looking for a fade on coin if I was to play this. Let's get this one a little bit higher. So far I like the MU gap a little bit better, but that resistance is a killer. Netflix. I think they had an upgrade a little while ago. Netflix shares increased by 1.5% in pre-market trading. Evercore ISI raised Netflix to 640. Netflix can't do no wrong. Really good gap. We got 629.92 is my last little resistance. That one's never been retested. Otherwise, past that point, probably looking for like 636.90. But that's a really good gap. Again, targets are concerning here, but it is a really good gap. A little high wave indecision, nice pivot above this. I would love to see this one pull back a little bit. But you still have about roughly $10 to the higher side. So it's not bad. Probably the most room to run we've seen on a nice gap. I don't know what this blue line is, where this one comes from, but I for some reason have a blue line on my screen. So let's see if we get a little pullback. Almost act as a retest. This is two really inside days. Trapping maybe some bears looking for a double top, but that'd be a good candidate for at least a high wave candle out of the gate. We'll see. We got Snow and we got Apple, SNOW. Take off some lines. Yeah, Snow's just been getting beat up a little bit. Small little gap up today. Nothing too crazy though. So we're up about 9 cents. Pre-market, not sure where this one wants to open. But we are starting to break some pivots. Watch this candle that we had yesterday. I think if this one starts to break up higher, the only thing I would really enjoy more on that breakup is if we actually had some volume yesterday. But low volume, low liquidity. Let's see. Downbeat revenue forecasts. Yeah, this one still looks like it's getting clobbered a little bit. I would look to play this one, continue this one short. You're at a little bit of support here, so probably better spot if we get bought up. 160.33 would look a decent spot to short this thing down. We do have still this wide open gap fill down here. That would probably be my targets. And look for some kind of bounce if you do like it, 148.72. I was looking for this thing to hold back here. Something here with this high volume, and you got the gap up. Almost kind of looked like Pan W for a second, but after this candle came in, broke down. It didn't quite look the same anymore. So it's down a lot, but it has some more room to continue down. So I'd still be a little bit leaning more bearish on Snow. AAPL. Mm. Otherwise, even that gap, it's still a little inside candle too. Apple, trying its best to stage a comeback. It's almost counter Nvidia, I've realized lately. So if we have a down day on Nvidia, Apple probably leans a little bit more bullish, believe it or not. Otherwise, this is a small little gap down, still inside day. Beautiful looking high wave candle. I do have support built on this one at 172.50. That one has been hit already, so that one could break down. And then if we do start selling, I would look for like a 171.13 target. A few wicks up there, so there's a little bit of pressure, and that probably comes into which we haven't really hit this yet. So we got very, very close to. Oh, we did hit it right here. So we did hit this one, but 174.39 would be my target to the higher side. If that starts to break, then we have a lot of room on this one. So if you think Apple's bottoming, at least on a swing trade basis, you have some levels of stops. Whether that is 168.37, or if you want to go a little bit more aggressive, you probably go 170.77. And then you're kind of hoping that this is a double bottom, which I would be taking a breakout. Watch the 173.17 zone. If that could break, then we can make a case that 174.35 is the target. That's already been hit. It's a little bit more likely we have the ability to break through. On a day trade, though, I don't know if we can. I'd probably have to break through on a swing. All right, what else do we got? Adobe. I believe they had some earnings, and we're getting a little kills. Sheesh. This one still looks shortable. I would love to see a little bit of a green movement higher at open, just so we have a level to take a break under. But my targets on this one probably take me into 484.26. Yeah, this one's crushing through a lot of support. We're right on that line, but even all of these pivots, we're starting to break through, or not starting to, but we've actually broken through 503.61. So if we could especially if we get a good like little bounce on this one higher, fantastic. Otherwise, this might be one to look for some pre-market support. See if we get that breakdown. Yeah, we got consumer sentiment at 10 a.m. And I do think that's going to move the market a little bit. A lot of times it won't affect the market too much. You get one little blip, something like that. But I think we need something to move us. And maybe that could be it today. And then we do get cloud witching all day tonight. Yeah, so we got Adobe down $68. Um, again, that's a big gap, huge gap. So how much more room does it have? I think if we get down to this 485, the only thing, let me just see after hours. Did we get down to that 485 yet? No, not quite. Even on a 5-minute chart, we still got all our moving averages coming down, so we would have to fight through all that. So maybe we could get a pop into any kind of rejection of 505.90 would be a good spot to short. And then look for maybe stops 510, something to that extent. But I would be looking to go short on Adobe today. Continue to just hammer it down. SPY is falling as we speak. So SPY is still selling off as well. Just take another look at that one on a smaller time frame. The Empire manufacturing number was a big miss. Yep. Yeah, but the numbers that have come out in this cycle, we've tried to ignore them. But every number has been coming in either hot or miss or uh it's been rough. And it comes to a point where does the market really can it ignore it anymore? The only positivity is like we're like, hey, we're gonna get those lower interest rates. But every time any of these numbers come out, we might not get the raise, although I think that could be on the table eventually. We get a couple more data sets that are just really not good. I think conversation starts to flip from how many times do we raise or how many times do we decrease rates this year to is a raise possible? And I haven't seen that conversation start up yet, but we're a couple data sets away. But yeah, SPY's really breaking down now. 510.72. Lucius said, I'm with you on that one. We got one. We got one. That's it. That's all the tickers we got. Let's see, Tesla. Tesla most likely continues down. Santilla says sell-off is on the way. Yeah, again, I don't think this is like the big pullback recession. Everything was crazy. I don't know. Maybe. I just don't have any reason to throw that out there yet. We have a couple spots on Tesla we could get held. So even though this is looking still pretty short, we might start landing into a little consolidation zone. Netflix we did look at. So yeah, Netflix got the upgrade. Um, Probably has the most room to run for some type of bullish play. But if we get pressure on the SPY all day, that's not great. And the target I think was moved to what 640, right? So a 640 target that takes us another $14. If I was an investor and I see that price target raise, I'm like, is it really worth it for me to get in for $14? So it's not the most impressive upgrade I've seen. Rivian got an upgrade too, so we could take a look at Rivian. Well, we could if I type it in correctly. Rivian got another upgrade. This one was a $21 price target, I believe. Too risky, yada yada yada. And this one is nothing about the upgrade, but I believe they got a $21 upgrade somewhere. Three compelling reasons to buy. So Baron says, just buy it. Um, the last upgrade was to $16. Somebody put an upgrade out about, I guess, on this day, the 7th, upgrading them to $16. Now you had a really good move after that. Now you got a $21 upgrade and hardly any movement whatsoever, which is interesting. I think anybody who got in on that first upgrade going, okay, great. Rivian's got some life. They all got trapped bag holding through all this, and they're probably using today's upgrade for clearing out their positions, to be honest. But something to watch. I do have some covered calls on this one. They're definitely, unless we get some kind of miracle play at the end of the day today, they're probably going to expire worthless, and I will look for some more covered calls for probably about a month out. But we got some support in here, so we'll see if this could hold. Want to get some kind of bid above $11.01, so it's got to go a little bit higher. Then I also have 1135 as the next target, 1197. So we still got a lot of targets up there, but if you like Rivian, they are starting to rotate the cycle to bullish. Ryan sees a lot of Rivians on the road. I know I saw one Rivian on the road, and I couldn't believe it. I was watching it through the rearview mirror because I was like, that can't be a Rivian, is it? But I was so focused on this Rivian and behind me that I got off the wrong exit. So I don't really. And then it caused me like another 20 minutes of my drive. So I'm not a big fan just because of that. But that has nothing to do with Rivian, I don't think. In fact, that maybe that's a positive for Rivian. We got Oxy. Rivian's down 18% so far this week. Yeah. And that was after the first upgrade. We got Oxy. So a couple bullish days in a row. This one looks good for continuation still. Let's just see if there's targets on this. First one's right above a 62.67. Otherwise, we're looking for probably about 63.29. The stocks that were moving yesterday really, really good. Even PayPal had a good day. PayPal, for most of the day, let's say. But PayPal had a pretty good day. We're getting above this range. We got up to 64.19. Overall weight of the pressure just couldn't really hang in there. Still ended a positive. MO had a really good day. So a lot of safety plays. MO has been kind of on this breakout. We probably still have some more room on MO. So in a weird way, a lot of the tech companies that we like to look at that have been running absolutely crazy, it does seem like there's a little bit of rotation. What about CVS? CVS had a nice breakout day yesterday. So again, a lot of these safety plays looking good still. This one is a little gap down. I like to see support hold at 76.06 on this one. XOM is up. Yeah, they probably will get some continuation as well. If they pull back, I'm looking for maybe 110.95 to hold. Tad higher. Otherwise, next target on this one would take me up to probably 112.75. So you have $1.30 on this one today. We'll see. But yeah, tech has been a little tough. What about our boy ALB? That one sold off a decent amount yesterday. I think 4 or 5%, opening pretty flat. So nothing crazy there. PLTR, Palantir. Another one had a pretty significant down day. I was going to sell some puts, did not do it yet. I was going to sell some calls up there, not up there, but closer to here. Seeing if it could just hold this level. So far, it hasn't. I have another support down at like 27.70. I really want to sell the $20 strikes, so I'm going to need a little bit lower. But we were actually gapping below a start moving average. Look for some kind of support, 23.68. Google, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a row. Finally getting a tad pullback, just a little bit. Uh, Support on this one should be somewhere around 141.19. But that's a lot of days if you have shares of Google. Not a bad day to look to sell some cover calls on it. That many days in a row. Mara coming down into big major support, so nothing crazy there. Airbnb has been pretty bullish. Honestly, Airbnb still looks like it's got more continuation in it if we could get a little bit higher of a break. We are gapping slightly under some of those VPOCs, so see if we can get some kind of support 165.46. But it's been hanging out there. Even yesterday's candle, a lot of bullish momentum in this thing. Square had a pretty big down day, 5% bearish engulfing candle. Square looks like it might have some more room to run too. At first target on this one probably takes us to about 79.51. If we get through that, the next target down is about 77.53 or 38, something like that. I'm gonna see if I can get this a little higher on the list too. Just to watch again, not a lot. Netflix, MU are the two that I'd be most interested in right off the bat. So let me get those on my other chart. Netflix. Otherwise, everything else I feel like I could kind of wait on and be patient. Just try not to give back today. Netflix. What was the other one? MU. DraftKings coming down a little bit. Micron. We'll see. We'll see. It was almost a little hammer pre-market, but that is the morning bell. Unfortunately, YouTube, I'm not gonna be here tomorrow because the market's closed. But I'll catch all you guys on Monday. I appreciate you joining us each and every day. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. You guys are awesome. I'll catch you guys later.